What's chillin', boys and girls? It's your boy Lucky, and I'm back at it with another banger, right? So this is gonna be the fucking drug addict tier list, right? So if you guys watched the Trip Keeper, he's uploaded a video pretty recently about the same tier list that I'm gonna be reviewing today, right? So, this tier list covers the different type of addicts, right? And first of all, no harm to any of you guys, like you everyone here on this tier list, right, is not applied to every type of addict on the shit, right? Because I know what that shit is like, and I don't know. So, we're gonna start off with this tier list, right, with alcoholics, right? So, alcoholics, it's first of all, right, it's you have like a legal distinction of being an alcoholic because, yeah, it's legal, right? And I think this is one of the worst things, right, for the substance is the fact that it's legality, right? That you can go to the store and fucking buy it or whatever. So, you're protected under the law of, oh, yeah, well, it's in Walmart, it's in fucking Kmart, and I'm gonna drink it, right? So, you know, no harm to you. Like, I've met a lot of alcoholics, right? And it's not the best thing to be addicted to, right? Because it only goes through one fucking path to death. And first of all, like alcohol has the highest like death rates in the world, whether that's just from like the effects on your body or like driving fucking drunk or something and hitting someone and dying. So, you know, we're gonna have to place alcoholics in the pit of regretfulness. Okay, so, like it's it's just not a good path to go on, right? Like, yeah, I get like social drinking and stuff. I've been addicted to this shit. It's not fun. It's fucking stupid. Don't do it. Don't do any of the shit in here, boys. It's not a good idea, right? Okay, so, the hippies. All right, so we're talking about like just your classic hippie, right? So, whether they're smoking weed all day or fucking dropping acid after tab, 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 you know, I'm gonna have to say that hippies are their own breed, right? Like these are probably the coolest people. I mean, not the coolest people like on the list, but one of the coolest people just to hang around, right? And this doesn't apply to all hippies or whatever because this is kind of like a term that has multiple different fucking meanings, right? So, hippies are cool in their own way. I've met some fucking deranged hippies, right? Like some, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to place hippies in r/. I'm very smart, right? Because like it's whether you're taking the term hippie in a way where it's like a lifestyle or whatever, but I'm just gonna have to place them there, right? Get through this tier list. So yeah, so all right, bartards. So bartards are like it's Xanax is fucked. Or I guess this whole tier or this whole Bartard shit, like whether it's applying to Xanax or whatever fucking benzo, Bartard's like it's you're like okay, right? I've been a Bartard before through months, and life kind of just flashes by, right? Like you just wake up, you pop your bars, you forget through the day, you wake up the next day, you might have remembered two to three things from the last day. Yeah, you're a fucking dumbass. All right. No, no offense, right? Because I've been there, right? I've been addicted to so many different benzos daily for weeks, months. It's not a fun thing to go through. So yeah. All right. The Benadryller. So people like to dabble in the anticholinergics, right? So Benadryl, don't fucking do this. This has got to be like the worst thing for your body, because it's just not like most of the people that are doing Benadryl are young teenagers, people who want to feel different. They want to feel something, right? And especially in the world we live in, like we're just searching for that kind of feeling. But Benadryl is not going to replace anything in your life that is going to have any meaning at all. So, and I feel bad for a lot of the people that are doing Benadryl and shit all the time because, I've dabbled in this. I'm gonna put out some videos about some Benadryl experiences, but you gotta be real desperate to feel something if you're gonna be doing Benadryl, right? Because like I get it, it's in fucking Walmart, it's in the store, and it's super accessible, but the effects this has on your body and shit, like you don't want to be a fucking Benadryl addict, right? Like just do some DXM. Don't do any drugs though, because that is not what we're here for. I'm gonna have to put Benadryllers on hit of regretfulness, right? Because I feel like a lot of the people that are doing this shit are gonna be regretting this shit later down the line when they feel like, oh shit, my body's shutting down, my kidneys failing, I have fucking dementia by age 28. So yeah. So all right, K-holers. All right. So ketamine addicts, right? I think are pretty fucking rad, right? Because a lot of the people like here in America, there's not a lot of K-holers and shit, but I know down in Europe or whatever, like it's very accessible and a lot of people are doing it. But the K-holers that like I've personally talked to and shit, and spoke with are usually pretty cool people, right? They're not pushing an agenda of, oh, this drug is gonna fix everything in your life. They just want a K-hole, right? Like ketamine is fucking fire. So, K-holers, I have no problems with, right? Like K-holers, pretty fun guys, So, all right, next here, ADH dummies. So this is like general like prescription stimulant wise, like amphetamines, Ritalin, whatever the fuck you're trying to geek on, right? So, people who are abusing this shit, right? Like most of the time, it's gonna be pretty hard to like access this all the time because like it's a prescription and shit, and most of these people who are doing stimulants and shit every day end up graduating to the meth head category. But we're not on this yet, so I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna have to say people who are doing stimulants and shit, they're just in their own world. They're just trying to feel good, right? Trying to feel something for a minute. And I feel that. So but if you go into the dark depths of fucking Reddit, you're gonna find some absolute degen fucking gooners who are doing this shit every day, and it's not good. Don't find that information. It's not worth it. But ADHD dummies, I'm gonna have to put probably smelly, right? Because they're just staying up, doing their shit. But I got no problems with them because I've been there. I feel that. But yeah, so now we're on the kratomatics, Mitragina spixiosa, like Spix, right? So someone who has been addicted to this and a lot, like so many places on the internet, so many people you're gonna find are gonna be instantly just like, no, 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 it doesn't do this. It's a plant, bro. It's literally from nature. It's gonna solve all your problems, and it's my best friend. So no, no drug is gonna fix everything in your life. No drug is gonna be your fucking best friend. Eventually, you're gonna get to the point where you're doing this every day. Oh shit, inspect element. Fuck that. All right, but oh, where did it go? Oh, right here. Okay, but like it's I don't know. Just most of the people, because we're talking from the terms of addicts and how I feel about them, and I get the pain, right? I know a lot of people who are addicted to kratom, take it multiple times a day. I've done it. But I'm gonna have to say Cranium Mitragina speciosa r slash I am very smart territory, right? Because these people are gonna be instantly typing back that no, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. No, it's totally safe and shit. But no, I've seen it. People, you can get addicted, dependent to this shit, and you could be on it for fucking 17 years, and you still be typing on your keyboard that it doesn't have any harm, despite that you take it every day and you need it. So no offense. All right, huffers. If you're huffing fucking gasoline and fucking duster, dude, like, okay, man. Like, if you're gonna preach to me that it's the best high, bro, like, just do some duster, man. No, don't do that fucking shit. It is probably got to be the worst up there with Benadryl shit that you're gonna be addicted to. If you're addicted to huffing, dude, you need to seek help. I'm sorry. Like, I'm fucking sorry. Uh, Dumbass. You're just fucking stupid. Like, just don't do that. You're gonna regret it, right? I would move it up a tier if because it is in the pit of regretfulness. But honestly, like, you're a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry. All right, next one, stoners. All right, so I've met a lot of stoners, right? I'm a stoner myself, and you're gonna meet different people on the sides of the spectrum of, oh, I smoke weed every day, bro, like be like me, man, just come toke, like all that. And then I think weed is something, right? Because it's very accessible nowadays, it's legalized in a lot of places. And but people who wake up and the first thing you're doing is smoking weed and you need it, it's like it's regretful. Like, you know, Like I smoked weed every day for fucking years, and it's something. So, we're gonna have to place the stoner category of people probably and smelly. They're smelly. No offense, right? Like I still smoke weed all the time, but try not to keep it to a daily thing. But I'm not here to preach to you guys to do anything, right? This is all just like kind of random brought up opinions for myself. But we're gonna go to the next one, the caffeine, right? So these are the people who are chugging three fucking Bang energy drinks from the morning they wake up. Like caffeines. Like it's very accessible, and like a fucking 11-year-old kid could go to the store and buy fucking a 6 pack of Red Bulls, and they could drink that all in the day and shit. And with caffeine, you're doing it all the time and shit. And but honestly, you only need caffeine, right, if you're already addicted to it, because caffeine is just blocking the adenosine receptors or whatever the fuck, and making you not tired. But honestly, all this shit does to you, like in a long term sense, it just makes you like twacked out and not feel good when you don't have it. So I'm gonna have to put caffeines and I'm very smart, right? 'Cause caffeine's great, bro. Like just drink two coffees when you wake up, bro. You'll feel great. Like yeah, maybe every week or so, but you don't need it all the time. Trust me. All right, the junkies. So the junkies, we're putting this just, I don't know, like uh there's a lot of different like junkies and shit, but honestly, this is a very derogatory term or whatever you're using. But I think junkies are gonna have to be placed at probably a pit of regretfulness, because you might feel the best in the world for a slight moment, but once you once you feel that and it feels like nothing else can compare, it's not good. Like you're gonna keep doing it, you're gonna keep finding it, seeking it, whatever that is. I'm mostly talking about opiates here, and especially nowadays, it's not just like heroin and fucking prescription fucking opiates and shit. Now it's all just fentanyl, and fentanyl is fucked. Like, don't be doing that shit. Like, stop. Like, it's hard. I get it, but I don't know. I think junkies in their own sense are not people who are like trying to fight over any like opinions and shit. They're just trying to do their own thing, get their shit, feel good, repeat, right? So we're gonna have to place them there. So all right, meth heads. All right, tweakers, dude, are a mixed bunch, right? Like a lot of them, like, oh, I can't. They're gonna fight like over fucking stupid shit, over whether this does that or this does that, or the fucking painting on the wall isn't correct. I think meth heads in real life you're gonna meet are gonna be a lot different than the fucking internet people, right? Because the people on the internet and shit are usually just doing meth and fucking doing whatever, watching YouTube all day and shit. But the tweakers in real life are up to no good. Trust me, right? Unless you're rich and you have like a endless supply of fucking meth, like you're doing your own thing. But a lot of the tweakers and shit, they're there's some I don't know what the word is for it, but there's some pesky people, right? Like hide your wallet, hide your phone, hide your fucking shoes, right? Like if you're gonna take them off, they might just go missing, you know? All right, so fuck, that says I gotta put in the pit of regretfulness, right? Just trust me. So, all right, cokeheads, fucking cokeheads. All right, so a lot of these people are just pricks, like that are gonna preach to you that they're better than you because they're coked up and they have money. But you get to the point where you're spending all your money on this shit, and you kind of get to the same territories of this meth level shit, right? Because you feel like you need it, right? Like you're not yourself without it. And I don't know. Uh, I would put cokeheads in the worst people I've come across, but I've met a lot of cool cokeheads, right? Like a lot of decent people, right? Who are just want to do their thing and shit. But I feel like cokeheads deserve the I'm very smart or shit. That is not that category. I don't know. I get it. It's a fun time and shit, but like I don't know. Ravers. All right, the ravers. I just gotta place this and I love it, right? Like I'm sensing that the people like in the raver categories, right, are just like doing MDMA and doing LSD and shit. But these people probably aren't doing this shit all the time, right? They're have the respect for it to only be doing it in the rave scene or concerts and all this shit. And I think these people are fucking blast to be around, right? Probably just geeked up on a fucking point three of Molly and doing a little bit of K and just having fun, right? Like these people just want to have fun in life, experience that shit. And there's never a lot of like aggressiveness really for these people. They're just doing their thing, having fun, fucking jamming out to EDM and shit. So, for that, I have to place you in the I love you, right? These are cool people, right? Like who wouldn't want to be around them, right? Like maybe you got to put some of those drugs in your system first to really get to that level, but on to the next one. All right, the crackheads. The crackheads. All right, so crackheads, I've never met any of these people personally in real life, and maybe that's just the area I'm around. But a lot of the shit in like TV shows and media and stuff kind of places these people to just like not even like meth head struggle level, just get the shit. Like I don't know, but I've never really I like experienced these people and shit. But I think crackheads are just kind of smelly, you know? I fucking love crackheads. Like, hey, Johnny Crack, let's go link up. I'm not touching that shit, but if you want to smoke crack every 25 seconds and smoke some cigarettes, then that's fine. Like, hell yeah. Whatever floats your boat. The psychonauts. So, with psychonauts, there's gonna be a lot of people in this term area, where, you know, they have a lot of, built up information and built up things that you don't know but they know, and they might want to preach to you about what is what this all means and all this shit. And I think psychedelics are super cool. You can kind of dive deeper into like your own mind and kind of see things through a different light. But most of these people I've met will just preach to you that LSD solves all your problems and do it every day and you'll become fucking Superman. So for this category, I have to place you in I am very smart, right? And all of this, just to let you guys know, is not speaking to all of you, right? Like each of these categories, I probably know someone who is the direct opposite of what I'm saying. This is just like a general outline, right? As I'd say. Now, for the last one, right? A lot of people on my channel probably a little bit of dextro humors, right? A little bit of dextro action, a little bit of disassociative demigod type shit. That was fucking stupid. But I I I know a lot of people, right, who are doing DXM probably multiple times a week, right? I was there at a point. I used to do this shit every day, believe it or not. And the accessibility of this drug compared to like most of the things on here, such like alcohol, DPH, fucking ether from fucking fluid starter or whatever the fuck. Dextrodoomers are actually usually pretty cool people. A lot of them are just trying to get harm reduction across to newcomers and all this shit. And I think a lot of the Dextrodoomer people are, they're just normal people who just want to get fucked up on the weekend and maybe fucking leave their body type shit. So, I think Dextrodoomers, respectfully, why the fuck does this keep popping up, dude? Holy shit. All right. You know, I'm gonna have to say I have no problems with these people, right? Because I've been there. It's something. But doing it all the time, not a good idea. Don't do it. But you know, here's the final ranking, right? Like, I'd probably, if I was to sit here and look at this and reconstruct it, it'd probably be a little different. But just for the video, this is how I feel at the moment. And a little fucked up, a little stoned. But this is the final entry. So if you guys enjoy this type of content, the style of tier list type stuff, just me talking, like not off a script or anything, just kind of going off what's on my mind, let me know because I want to push out a lot of this shit. And I want to start doing some harm reduction videos now too, because I know a lot of people who just like it would help just to know a little more about whatever they're doing. So, if you guys like this, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Yeah. Well, it's been Lucky, and you guys have a great, wonderful rest of your day, wonderful night, whatever. And yeah, deuces.